Obviously, people are letting it all hang out at events these days, at gatherings these days, because we were cooped up inside for a long time, and you're seeing everybody kind of go overboard. Go out now if you're in a town, in a state, in a city where it was in lockdown and full-on COVID mode. And these days, now that it's warm weather and mask restrictions are down if you've been vaccinated, or everybody's getting together now at games or in parks or at theaters or whatever, people are just like, yeah, back to life. We're back from the dead. This is amazing. So overzealousness, as Chris just talked about, certainly is an element of it. But the culture of sports has also changed because of social media. Because you can go on your phone and you can tweet directly at these athletes. And because trolling is such a common form of being a fan, it's kind of joked about now. Being a troll, like Mraz is a troll. It doesn't have this huge stigma of, oh, how dare you. Being a troll is just seen as, yeah, you're just being a fan. You're just poking the bear. Of course, some trolls go far too far in this, and many people online go far too far, and then you're transferred into a real-world situation with those same people that on social media you find it fine to say terrible things to, and you think from the comfort of your own chair, through the disguise of a crowd, you can do somewhat of the same thing. Say some of the same things. Go even further and throwing a water bottle, spitting on a fan, or spitting on a player rather, or dumping popcorn on a player or something like this. And so those invisible lines have now been erased. So combine that with getting out with the crowd for the first time. And also the NBA is filled with such big personalities. Note the players that have been the subject of some of this. Russell Westbrook, Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Ja Morant. These are stars. Flat out stars. And so clearly there's an element of this where opposing fans feel like the stars deserve it more. Something weird is happening there. It's not maybe happening in hockey because perhaps it's because there's plexiglass all around. Perhaps also because they don't build stars and big personalities the same way. Can't spit on a hockey player. You can throw a water bottle over, unfortunately, though. You can dump popcorn. But something is happening amiss within the NBA right now. It's not happening in baseball, and we're pretty close to baseball players. Can hang over the rails. Something with basketball is broken. And I'm just going to reiterate something that I said last hour. If you are part of a social circle that you went and hung out at a bar or got together with the guys and you said, yeah, I was the dude that threw the water bottle, or I was the guy that dumped the popcorn, or I was the guy that spit on Trae Young, your friends are losers, and you're the biggest loser of them. You are a child, because there's, again, 19,000 people in that arena that don't have to do what you're doing, and you feel like you are empowered to do that, which is, again, part and parcel of this problem, is that these fans, like many people in society these days, feel as though it is always about them and whatever their whims are, they should be catered to. I don't like that guy, so I should be able to throw a water bottle at him without fear of repercussion. You're the loser. You know that old adage where if you look around the room, if you can't spot the sucker, you're it? If you can't spot the loser, you're it. If you're any of these fans that do any of these things, you're the loser. Not cool, not funny, not a winner. Loser. And if you're the brain-dead maggot that feels like, oh, yeah, you're a tough guy because you dump popcorn on Russell Westbrook, there's no way you would do that in the street because you're a wimp. You're a wimp. Because if Russell Westbrook and you, or Kyrie Irving and you, or any of these guys and you were in the street and you had a chance to do that very same thing, you would not do that at all, because you don't want that. Because they're professional athletes that are working out every single day, and you do nothing. Nothing. You're a total clown. So, like I said, why don't we perhaps just run Malice at the Palace video as we go into these arenas to remind everybody what would actually happen if you got what you think you want, which is Ron Artest or Steven Jackson or Jermaine O'Neal running up on you. And then watch that video again and watch all of those losers cower. They think they're hard when they throw beer or throw cups of water or whatever, but then the moment Ron Artest was up with them and they squared up, guess what they did? Except the one guy that did try to square up and got knocked the bleep out on the floor on the court. Yeah, that guy thought he wanted some of it and then realized at some moment when Ron Artest's fist hit his face, yeah, I'm not that athlete. I'm not 6'8" and 260 because I'm a fat loser, which was that guy that got dropped on the court in Detroit. Again, I don't even think this needs to be said, but if anybody listening, or even if you're not the guy, if you're sitting around the guy, tell the guy you're the loser. If you're the guy that's throwing popcorn, throwing water bottles, spitting on somebody, or going racist in your taunting, be the fan next to that guy that says, dude, cut it out. Not cool, not funny. Nobody thinks you're cool or funny. You're the loser.